Greetings, greetings, everyone, all of you. Yeah, buddy. Dude, we need some DJ. We need enough um income to hire just a DJ.
I know. I know. The soundboard's coming. I'm gonna hook up my little. I have a 4-button thing. I'm gonna program all 4 buttons.
Oh, dude, I love a good soundboard, bro. Man, how you doing, bro?
Good man. How are you? How's your weekend been?
It's been all right. It's been all right.
Yeah.
There's been things.
What's been
There's
going
been
on?
things. Well, um, I've been dealing with a Russian hacker all week, and basically not me, but our whole team rebuilt a whole network this week. So I didn't have a Thanksgiving.
Oh, but so that wasn't personal hacking, just on your work stuff, right?
Work stuff.
All
Yeah.
right. That's better than at least being your own stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it's funny because it's
You got
funny
it.
because the owner of the actual company has been hunting this cat. And I'm like, bro, I want to let him know, like, hey, I have a little experience in that. But yeah, so that's what I've been dealing with. I did not have a Thanksgiving. I had so many planned to-do lists for a 4-day weekend, but it just didn't happen.
Damn. Well, is it fixed now at least?
We think so. We think so. We brought up, yeah, I don't want to give too much intel out there, but we plugged a lot of holes.
What What do you do again at your work that they're hacking? Is it for they're just trying to get money?
They want money.
Just money. Yeah.
Ransomware.
Okay, that makes sense. Were they
And
good?
huh?
Were they good or no?
They were decent. They
Yeah.
were good. They made things happen. We shut it down as much as we could, and you know, yeah. So that's my thing on the ground. IT. And by the way, Chris, that just reminds me, there's going to be more of that happening, folks.
Yeah.
You This digital stuff, as they want us to become more silicon um, beings, these there's going to be way more hackeries happening, like for real.
Yeah. Well, and it's gonna be a problem with the when people start trying to incorporate it into their bodies more.
Oh
I mean,
gosh.
you could already hack a pacemaker easily.
One test I did, and I haven't been successful, is using a Bluetooth to see someone who's had all the who's been poison darted. I haven't received like a MAC address or a code from someone who has received them with like a Bluetooth.
Yeah, I know. I apparently there's an app you have to. They tell you to, but also I don't think you can do it on the iPhone without an app. So you have to have an Android, which I'm guessing you do have, right?
Yeah, I got a couple.
So I think on the Android there's a easier way to do it, but if you had an iPhone, you had to get a certain app, and then you had to like change all these settings, and it might work. But with the Android, there definitely should be a way. At least that's like it seemed like the easiest way was an Android, and then a specific app, turn it on, and it would like release all the Bluetooth frequencies to be to be readable in your vicinity. It would open them up, but it doesn't make sense to me that it wouldn't just be readable by your Bluetooth to begin with. So I don't really know what's going on with all that.
Yeah, it's probably different codecs or different something different, right? Like
Yeah, like a different sort of. It's not the main Bluetooth type frequency. It might be slightly.
yeah, and they have plenty of. So, guys, if you want to be super dangerous, just look up OnSent tools, and that alone will send you down a rabbit hole of hacking any phone you want to hack, or doing any sort of these scans as you walk around and collect data if you want to. OnSent tools, folks. That's the thing you can look up, and look up malware zoos, which I've shared before. And you can also be super crazy dangerous. And what's up, pirates? Yeah, yo. And to be honest, Chris, I know a lot of people, they're like, if you mention the word crypto, they go, oh my gosh, get away from me. You guys, like, if you want to really starve the beast, start with the financials, and the greatest thing ever is Pirate Chain in the tech itself. If you want to talk tech, you know what I mean? It literally is the best tech out there. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? Y'all need to catch up, or what? So, or not. That's up to you.
Still need to send my address and swap some regular crypto for it with someone.
Yeah, dude, send me your address, bro.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later on after the show.
It's easy. And then you want them. Okay. I don't want to get into crypto land, but just know that that's a thing, right, folks? If you all have not been paying attention, the EU, right, and the US and Canada and all these places, even Africa, like places like Kenya and all this, guys, you're concerned about all this esoteric stuff. You all should be using the code for utility and knowing how to navigate this digital space in order to starve the beast of all. If you are not in the privacy, like in a real tactical way, we're talking like, this is all levels. This is esoteric, getting your vibration correct, getting your code correct, all the frequencies, all the stuff. But if you're not also implementing boots on the ground, like, mechanisms to include your finance, especially your money. These are the usury. These are their tactics. Our Pirate Chain is the best tech, and if you're not, you need to catch up, folks. Monero and Zcash and all these other things are not it.
I will say,
I'm not in any of that.
Zcash did pop if anyone had it.
But it's dropping.
Yeah, now it is. I would have sold it after. I don't know who. I wasn't held in much of it. I didn't make anything really, but oh god, I don't know what the hell happened there.
Chris, the homies and I, we're trying to dominate this system.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't know, an hour and 8 minutes ago, Bitcoin just dropped a bunch. Like less than 20 minutes before the weekly and monthly close. Y'all don't know. Y'all ain't ready, yo. Have fun with your gurus. Have fun with your Atlas. There's a reason, Chris, why people believe in, I just want to be taken away by Nibiru. There's a reason why people answered the mailing newsletters from like those the L. Ron Hubbards and stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They go, my life sucks. I need spiritual, take me away stuff.
Exactly.
There's a reason why you give your money to a preacher. And by the way, these big church type preachers are trained by certain suits that start with a J, the J suits, and also the alternative that all the, I'm not a Blavatsky fan. I'm not a Crowley fan. I'm not, you're kind of turning me into a little bit, but all these people, the Ru, we're going to get into the Ru and the Russians and what they're all about.
You can only go so far with all the occultists because it's hard to really know because in the end there's still stuff hidden. Yeah.
They want to fudge with you. They're the chaos magic people. And they want to run chaos magic. What's chaos magic?
Exactly. And I mean, I could There's a lot of stuff I like about Steiner, but I wasn't there, so I can't tell you 100%. You know what I mean? I can't tell you 100% about anyone.
What's it, you know, and you know this, like when you shared Rudolf Steiner's info with me, I was like, that sounds awesome. Like it was clicking with me on my
Yeah,
own personal stuff.
a lot of his stuff clicks, and he's like one of the few people who I know have been left various societies because of the stuff he saw that he didn't like, specifically stuff with the younger kids, like with the Theosophists and them trying to make that little Indian kid into the new what was it? They called him like the new Messiah, basically, but they had a different name for the Maitreya. They were trying to make him, and the Indian kid even said he wasn't Maitreya. Eventually, he became like kind of like I think more of like a Buddhist-y type of public speaking guy who denounced Theosophy. But Steiner quit Theosophy because of that. He left Freemasonry because of what he saw in Freemasonry. And he started his own thing, which I can respect. Now, I'm not saying he was Steiner's right about everything he says, because he was taught, obviously, by people who might not have been totally correct or ethical themselves. And I mean, we're talking we're talking late 1800s, 1900s here. So it's,
When a
yeah,
lot of
like,
destruction of the old.
exactly. The records we have of Steiner are basically lectures that people at the time, because no one was recording him speak, and he wasn't having people, I don't think, knowingly write or transcribe his lectures. So some people who were there were transcribing his lectures as students, and then we are getting translations of the transcriptions from German to English now, with like all the YouTube released lectures in English that are also on like the Rudolf Steiner Press websites, that who knows who's running these websites at this point.
Well, that reminds me, like, look, I think it was last week you were bringing up like the new World's Fair or
Yeah, the one that's coming out in 2026, the
yeah.
the American one they're trying to do.
So these are resets of the past, right? And you
Hmm.
go, well, when was the last all these world fairs? They were in the 1890s, give or take, a few years here and there. And that was an erasure of the past and a creation of new past. Um, so was there something like that similar before 1890s ish, right? Like a couple hundred years before that, right? Probably yes.
Probably,
In
yeah.
my reset situation, I have a thesis, right? And I'm working on that thesis. Is I want to share a comment that I made, and this is better to elaborate on all this. I made a comment in Third Eye Edifies thing, right? And then a homie responded, and I want to share my comment and his response. And there's a reason for this. It's relative.
Okay.
It's relevant. I was talking about, because cats were talking about Loosh. Now, we also see, and I was listening to a dude that you recommended in this recent thing here. They're talking about Loosh, right? A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
talk about Loosh, right? Just want to share this like stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote, due to my past story research, my past stories, research in linguistics, I've come to think of Loosh referencing the Lu. For example, like in Amharic, Lu refers to a respected person. I think of it like namaste, right? Like my being recognizes your being, right? And the loosh harvesting effort being the effort to hide the stories of the past with the goal of keeping everyone ignorant of what was done and who's who, basically disempowering the people, aka the Lu, emphasis on the you. So I have a big project I'm putting together where all the previous peoples all had you. That means the Sioux, right? The Sioux I talk about a lot,
Mm-hmm.
or the Vu, or the New, or the Lu. So I'm going alphabetically, and I'm going to break down all these previous peoples, and they were wrecked by Genghis Khan, which I have a book here I'm going to share in a second. Okay, with the Mongolians and the Ru. So this home, and I'm gonna, and this, that was one reset. They were wrecked by the Mongolians. So this one homie responded, and this is Soulstar 963, which is hilarious. He's also known as like Quantum something on YouTube. But he responded, that's actually a beautiful reframing. And it's much closer to the truth frequency, meaning than the fear-based loosh harvesting idea people throw around. If you track the linguistics across cultures, Amharic, Lu, Sumerian Lu, Akkadian Lu, even Proto-Semitic roots, it constantly points to person, being, soul, one who is aware, one who is honored. So when you say Lu, you, that lands. It shifts the whole concept from energy being stolen to something of far more empowering and accurate. The real suppression isn't about draining your energy. It's about disconnecting you from your own identity, lineage, memory, and inherent authority as a conscious being. In that sense, loosh harvesting equals story harvesting, equals identity fragmentation, keeping the Lu, you, from knowing what you are. That matches the deeper pattern across myth, religions, colonization, and modern narrative control. If people forget their origin, they forget their power. So yeah, linguistics actually restores the meaning. Loosh, to Lu, to the honored one, to the sovereign you, which flips the whole script. The point isn't to fear being harvested. The point is to remember your original name, your original status, your original awareness. Language helps us decode that. Your insight is right on track, bro. So, what an amazing comment to a lot of the comments that I share. And this is like the greatest comment I've ever received on the stuff that I spit.
That was extremely well thought out comment by the person who responded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is that gives me, that's incredible to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And was that under that video? Under the Nathaniel's video? And much love to Nathaniel.
No, that was,
Or that was under a separate video just relating to that.
that was under a comment I made on the Third Eye Edify Telegram.
Okay.
Where I make comments and no one seems to give a F. But this guy gets it, man. He
Awesome.
gets it, bro.
Awesome. Oh, that's great.
So I'm putting together things like that. Now, of course, other people chimed in and then they're just parrots, but my info comes from I try to kill the noise and come from directly from source for me. And I'm not even that like super brilliant. I'm not even that scholarly in that way, you know? But yeah, that was just incredible. So when I talk, so I go, okay, whatever anyone's sharing, right? I'm like, cool, what's the source? If they're just going off of some stuff they heard from hijackery, and they don't know what's it's like, bro, dude, guys, are you a decoder or are you not? Are you a shaman or are you not? Are you a mystic or are you not? You're just gonna follow other mystics that are potentially leading you off.
Exactly. Exactly.
If it checks out, it checks out. But I got to make sure it checks out.
Yep. Well, I mean, and now you have people learning off of what 15-second to 1 minute shorts, YouTube shorts, and TikTok
Yeah.
shorts.
And these cats out here, they don't show love to the OGs. They don't show love. They're regurgitating stuff like they just found it. I just found it since 2020. For real? That's info cats were sharing 30 years ago. You regurgitate, and it's cool, but if you don't show love to the, like, what are you doing? You're acting like, that bothers me, yo, because I'm an OG. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I hear shit, people bring up stuff like they just came up with it. I'm like,
People
bro,
don't there's no respect, you know?
yeah.
There's no respect.
Bro, here's another long can I read another long comment? This is from Pablo Picasso,
Yeah.
the artist, 1952. Okay.
Go ahead.
Drink some water. From the moment that art ceases to be food that feeds the best minds, the artist can use his talents to perform all the tricks of the intellectual charlatan. Most people can today no longer expect to receive consolation and exaltation from art. The refined, the rich, the professional do nothing, the distillers of quintessence desire only the peculiar, the sensational, the eccentric, the scandalous in today's art. I myself, the advent of cubism, have fed these fellows what they wanted and satisfied these critics with all the ridiculous ideas that have passed through my mind. The less they understood them, the more they admired me. Through amusing myself with all absurd farces, I became celebrated and very rapidly. For a painter, celebrity means sales and consequent affluence. Today, as
Wow.
you know, I am celebrated. I am rich. But when I am alone, I do not have the effrontery to consider myself an artist at all. Not in the grand old meaning of the word. Giotto, Titian, Rembrandt were great painters. I am only a public clown, a, a mountebank. I have understood my time and have exploited the imbecility, the vanity, the greed of my contemporaries. It is a bitter confession, this confession of mine, more painful than it may seem. But at least, and at last, it does have the merit of being honest.
Dude, what? I had no idea that he was like that. That he actually was aware that his art was garbage and that he was purposefully doing it. Well, at least most of it. I mean, he had a bunch of different, I know, styles, but when he was doing the like the absurd kind of extremely abstract stuff,
He gave them what they wanted.
and it just made him more and more famous and more rich. That's hilarious.
The more absurd, he fed to the vanity. He gave the people what they wanted. He gave them a reflection of what he saw from others, and it sold. It made money.
Wow.
It was popular.
Wow, dude. Because you would think someone like that, I mean, based on what people think of when they think Picasso, that he would be totally unaware that like say his most famous, like that the distorted face type of painting that people think of, that he'd be totally unaware that it wasn't anything incredible. You would think he would think it was the shit,
Yeah.
but he knew. I love
He
that.
knew it was garbage. Hit the fantastical, you know, the Ursa, you all right? Ursa's over. Uh yeah. And this is where we are today. When you look at content, quote unquote content, the people giving it probably know, even in the hidden occult, I'm going to give you the secret knowledge. Let me put the clickbait on, right? Things they don't want you to know, right? Little clickbait stuff like that. Oh, I'm getting info that is so hidden and discreet, right? And packaged in such a way. The people doing that know it's garbage, and the garbage gets eaten up,
Yeah, man.
loved, and celebrated.
Yeah, dude.
The feels. Chris, I know you're probably not the most happy with your situation right now, but don't worry, brother. There's going to be a comet, and you're a special one. And it's going to help you. It's going to take you away from all this.
Oh, I'm gonna get my, like I said, my black Nikes.
Get your
Or
kid.
is that what they were? Nikes or the Adidas? I can't remember. What do they
I think
wear?
so.
I think they
Yeah,
were black
maybe
Nikes.
kids. I don't know why I think like
Heaven's
the white.
Gate sneakers. Let's
Not
see.
kids. What are they called? Starts with.
They were black Nikes. Yeah, they were
Oh,
black.
okay.
93 Nike Decades.
Oh yeah, bro.
Or Nike, not Nike. Yeah, no, Nike Decades or the SB Dunk High Pro, the Heaven's Gate Nike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Because the
man.
sigil is that of Saturn's swoosh. That's the right resonance you want to get taken away from this horrible experience that you're having.
And if everyone wants to really see really quick hold on.
Yep, I got you.
The
And by the way, I like the one
this
doing
is this is basically the image everyone was made to see.
Okay, hold on. I don't know why. Let me remove that. Let me add that. There we go.
So here are the black Nikes. And this is the scene we were meant the public was given the spectacle after the meteor apparently passed I can't even remember what was it, Halley's Comet?
Oh, maybe. Maybe.
Heavens give me so long ago that I can't even remember at this point. There's so many different.
It's the same cell.
Comet Hale Bob.
Oh yeah, it's the same shit.
Yeah, same one.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing, folks. It's the same repackaged stuff. Chris, I don't even know the tell cats out here, yo. By the way, I know that the Ronin experience, we get like about 10 likes every episode, and I only talk to those 10 people that hit the like button. And if y'all don't know, like again, like if we wanted to be super dangerous, we could be selling y'all black Nikes, except it would be Reeboks or something. You know what I mean? And getting on Atlas, and you'd be errants.
We saw on the Ronin shoe, which actually is a good name for a sneaker, and I'm mad that I just said it out loud because someone's gonna steal it.
Dude, the Ronin.
That's good too. I
have the right runes on.
Yeah. I like it.
These cats love the fantastical things. It's all about it's its own category of escapism. because people in some of this realm, they'll be like, yeah, sports is dumb and politics and all that and celebrity stuff. This is its own category of escapism. Whatever you require, what was that beat? Whatever you require is presented for you.
That wasn't your computer?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have anything that does that. That's weird.
Something beeped. I'm not sure.
But yeah, man, choose your own adventure game. That's what the AI is that. That's why it's AI Atlas.
There's no gurus, man. No one's above questioning. And I've questioned people. I've questioned people's gurus before, and they get. I've noticed people can get very touchy when you start to be skeptical. And I don't even do it from a. I just have to question everything, and if it works out, then it's cool. But if I can't question them, quote unquote them, one, I will. But if someone can't handle that, then hey, man, I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, people react weird sometimes when you question them. They don't like it. It's odd.
It's funny. It's not even so. This is a non-guru channel. You are a guru. Actually, this is a heavily guru channel because everyone listening is their own guru.
There was something that came up with the word guru. Wasn't it last show or the show before that? I can't even remember now.
I don't know. It sounds like this goo. Is it like goo related?
It was something like where we were like, we actually were like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense because it was actually not a good translation, obviously, because I mean, gurus always seem like they're charlatans anyways, but it was like something that aligned with that. I have no idea what it was now. It would take me a while to go back and see what the hell we were even looking at. But yeah, man, the whole guru thing is a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
And here's something I want to share because this is relevant. Because I talk about this all the time. And I don't even need these books. I came up with this on my own, but then the books are backing it up. And it's funny because I was watching a new show about Robin Hood, which is actually pretty cool. But the theme is the Saxons were conquered and the Normans were running it. So like Robin Hood is like a Saxon, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, if you read this comes from the Saxons come from the Sakai, who come from the Scythians. And they move into, and we've talked about this before, I have to bring it up again, like Prithia, Britain, Brits, the
Mm-hmm.
Brits.
When you remember too, when we were doing the cutting through episodes from Alan Watt, he had brought up Robin Hood, the whole Robin Hood story being like all inverted and whatnot.
Oh, tell me about it. I don't
We
know.
we read through it together when and just it was all he was doing like all linguistic kind of breakdowns, and it was like almost even the character Robin Hood was working with the people who are actually running shit.
Oh yeah, controlled opposition.
Yeah, it was like all like it all could be broken down like in the language and whatnot. Which I don't know if they're gonna go that deep on the show, but
Yeah, no, they don't. They just kick it out a little bit here and there.
yeah.
But yeah, when you look into the Gauls, I mean, this is written. Okay, so this is written from this is where you have to use discernment. Hold on, give me a second, guys. You have to use discernment when you read any of this stuff, right? This guy is talking about this is from 1928, but he's talking about the Jews, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now the word Israel, Israelites, Hebrew, and Jews are not synonymous. And there's a reason behind that, if you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like Assyrian, like all the stuff cats hold on to, all the building. Like imagine if you're like, hey, yeah, the Jews were this 2,000 years ago and all that. Where did you get that from? And the only source, the only source you get that from is Josephus, supposedly a Flavian, from supposedly 100 years AD. One single source about ancient Jews and doing their whole Israel Bible stuff. Josephus. And that is a super sus ass reason to get behind this is our land and we're gonna take and blah blah blah, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of cats don't know the Eastern European Hebrews, which is different. Hebrews are Druids, if you don't know. And he is the Phoenician goddess, right? GE. And Brew is Druids. The Druids come from the Scythians, who turned into the Sakai and the Saxons. These people were wrecked by Genghis Khan and them. You know, this goes into a lot. So this particular book is one that where the British and the Israel and the Jews are like interconnected in a very cool way, right?
Dude,
So that's why you got to take these books. Oh, here you go. He mentioned Josephus. I didn't even know that was coming. I just downloaded this book like before the show.
Was that the one? That was that one you were looking at, right?
Yeah, I literally downloaded it before the show because I was doing research. And a homie mentioned I was looking at this book. This is Anatoly Fomenko, and I was looking at his references. So he had a footnote. He had a footnote to this book.
Let me show you something real quick too.
Yeah.
So
and it's like, okay, who cares? I don't care about all this. The point is all the stuff you think about or invested in. I'm getting a low battery. Hold on, I gotta just plug in my laptop. Hold on. That's what that beeping is about. Hold on, dude.
no problem.
It's about so I gotta unplug this. Okay. Hopefully. I'm in my kitchen. I'm not in my usual spot. And the reason is I have like 3 laptops laying around trying to put together stuff. Thanks for the one viewer.
Maybe I should share the stream. All right, so Cephas or Saint Peter, because that's what he was called biblically. I think it means a rock. Because they said it meant hard-headed. Who knows why that's what he was called by Yeshua in the Bible. And then Josephus. Cephas. Josephus.
Yeah.
They look like the same cat.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they're not letting me. Hold on. There we go. Josephus.
Yeah.
Cephas.
Yeah.
Josephus. Yeah, same cat.
If you can't replace a S and a C, it's the sound. It's the syllables. Syllable by syllable is how you break these things down on your own. You don't need to research, like you just break it down syllable by syllable. You know, and you can figure it out yourself. This is me just figuring stuff out myself, man. Just because I am a being that can look at things and read and has reading comprehension and connect the dots. Now, when you look at St. Patrick and the J-suiters removing all the serpents from land, the land of aka the Chaldeans. If you can't put Kel and Cal together, Chaldea, then I don't know what to tell you. If you can't put Cephas and Cephas just because one's spelled with an S and one's spelled with a C, and that's enough to throw you off, I don't know what to tell you. Right? This is why I have a problem with people. I don't care what type of sandals they wear. Like, there's some fundamentals out here, man, that I think, like, if you don't know even the basics of the fundamentals, like, their space is retarded. Like, it just is. Because a lot of this stuff is based on that. A lot of this stuff, there's a reason why I'm going to increase this, like Alexander the Great, right? There's a reason why, Kara everywhere. Why do I say Kara everywhere? There's a reason why I say Kara everywhere, because everywhere you look is Carolina, Cairo, Kara everywhere. Karan, okay? Sir, the Sioux, Mer, the Sioux, Native Americans, the American Sioux. If you're thrown off by the word SU or the spelling of Sioux, how do you even spell Sioux? SOIUX? Like, if you're that's a big indicator. You go, it's like, don't they sound the Sioux and the Sioux? Well, the Native Americans is spelled SOIUX. I don't even care. It's a whole bunch of letters. The Sioux and the Sioux, the Crow, the call in the Americas, and the call Asians, the call Asians. I've broke this down so many times. And shout out to the one listener out here. And you go, I don't care. Well, that's cool. But if you're into occultic stuff, if you're into astrology, if you're into the epochs, if you're into the psych, if you're into the loosh, if you're into this and that, and you don't know the stuff I'm talking about, then you could very well be committing yourself to bullshit.
I just shared it out to my channel too, so it's streaming over there.
Shout out to the one listener. This is why, man, bro, I'm putting together a whole bunch of stuff. I spent time putting clips together because getting clips takes me forever, dude. And I'm putting together a big presentation, but also I'm like, whatever, yo. I mean, me and one of my homies, we're using the code for utility so hard, like y'all don't even know. You know what I mean? Like y'all don't even know. A lot, like, who are you listening to? Like, what are you doing? Who are you supporting? Right? You want that sensationalism. You want that Picasso art. Because they know y'all are fucking dumb. You know what I mean? Like, giving you that Picasso art.
Yeah, there was an artist who was there's two different ones I saw, and I remember I was just so like annoyed by it, and I would tell Maggie, I would be like, how the hell are these? Because one of the guys, what he did was he put a banana peel on a wall with duct tape.
Oh, I love it.
Getting paid like hundreds of thousands of dollars to have it displayed in a bunch. And then I think it was like actually a banana, and someone came in and peeled the banana and bit it, and they left it up, and it just was like people were for some reason taken by this retarded art. And then there was another installation where the guy would basically rope off like a square, and there would be nothing there, but he would say that like little 10 by 10 area there's like a invisible statue or like art piece there. So he was just saying he had an invisible art piece, and that was something that a bunch of like museums and whatnot were displaying for a while.
I would love, oh man, I would love to talk to your girl. Like, if you guys showed up at my pop-up show, I've
Hmm.
got a scarf. I'm gonna have a scarf and a turtleneck probably, and I'm gonna explain to her what the meaning of this space. I created a space, and actually, I would love to just sit and try and get her to buy, or get her to at least buy in mentally to my art.
She might. She might.
I bet I could get her, like, if I could just get her strung along enough, and then she'd come to you and be like, "We got to get that piece," and you're gonna be like, "Oh, no." You'd be like, "Heck, no, dude." I just want to talk that. I want to pretend like I want to be like a pretend guy, but
I would love to do that as well.
to just
Because
talk that language, I love it, man.
I know.
You can do
I
the
know.
same thing in this occult world too.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's kind of like I'm tying it all together. This I'm so I'm so hippoized on all these cats out here, bro. They regurgitate shit, and it's just like people fall for it, yo. And shout out to the 2 listeners, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like I feel like that dude Nathan Gillis getting wasted and just obliterating cats.
I mean, he's frustrated, because it's like
Yeah.
no one wants to
Yeah.
no one wants to put in any effort. And then it's like he's having to repeat himself 100 times before anyone could understand even what he's talking about because no one listens. It's and
Guys,
everyone's stuck in their own belief system too.
I'm gonna call cats. I'm gonna pull a Nathaniel Gillis right now. Do you even know a lot of the cats that you listen to are of this particular group? Do you know cats decoding Hollywood with all their Hollywood decodes who are made by these people are also these people? I'm talking about Donut. I'm talking about that other cat. I forget his name. Starts with an R. He's got another cat. I liked him for a minute, but I was like, okay, y'all are part of this crew. And if y'all are part of Masons, the Murr, the Moors, the Murr, the Mercons, the Merchants. See you later. I just got 0 views. You see what I'm saying?
Did you?
Yeah, I just got 0 views on StreamYard. I got 0 views because I start y'all out here listening to people who are decoding their own people who are of them people. I have no views right now. No one's watching my shit.
You might be getting also.
Sure.
You're getting obviously a little bit shadow banned still. A little bit is an understatement. You get shadow banned more than anyone.
Yeah, dude.
Because your stuff does not go out at all. I never even get notified.
Doesn't go out at all. So do you see why I vent all the time, and where I'm like, why do I even do this?
But my thing is, I don't mind doing a live even if no one watches because afterwards, people will eventually. They will.
I've done too many where it's like no one watches.
Because I'd rather people watch after anyways. Half the time, it's just easier to do it live than record something and try to cut it up sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, I wonder if the SOU and the SOIU or SIOUX spelling has to do with the 6 tribes in that other book that I sent over to you.
Maybe, but I count it as the suffixes. It's a suffix. It's to fix the information of the Sioux.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's what a suffix is. That's why you have, instead of Atlan, you have Atlantean. The Tian is a Sioux fix. If you don't research Atlantean, research Atlan, and that alone will open doors for your gnosis and your personal knowledge. These are Sioux fixes. So the Sioux, with all that extra Xian and Tian and Xian, is a Sioux fix. And the ticks, TIC, and all these, and the dicks, DIC. These are all Sioux fixes to change the meaning and do a very basic cover mounding of the past. And it's funny because so many people will fall for a super basic fix of the Sioux fix. It's ridiculous how many people will get thrown off on just that. That's some Scooby-Doo shit where, like, you can't even do some Scooby-Doo stuff where you find the old guy in the mask. And he goes, "These darn kids ruined everything." Mm-hmm. Like, y'all ain't even on Scooby-Doo level. You know what I mean? Like, and that reminds me, I liked Ben Bodderson came on your thing a couple days ago.
Yeah, you were on with us for a little bit.
I liked it. Yeah, well, yeah. I tried to cut in, but I didn't want to try and elbow my way through. But I really liked it. But it's weird because I agree with a certain amount, like 70%.
Yeah.
And that's cool. That's okay. That's totally okay. And it's not, I definitely don't know everything. Like, I know everything for me. Like, I'm the source for me of knowing stuff. And I know I don't know everything, but I really enjoyed
that it was I mean, obviously that was last minute. Ben just was in the chat and I was just like, "You want to come in?" And that was a good time. It was interesting. I hadn't seen any of that stuff that Ben had done, and it's like it is obviously it's a different pantheon than I'm even used to, but a lot of it made sense. Yeah.
Because he started out saying that,
he's a good dude too. He's a good dude.
Yeah, he started out with that he's an alchemist, an actual alchemist. Yeah. One that actually messes with the elements in a real way, not just a mental
I've had discussions with this when on shows with Emily Moyer and him when we were doing our periodic table elementary school episode recaps, because Ben kind of will come on after we do a few of them just to see how we're understanding some of it based on what we're finding, like through synchronicities and what they teach in mainstream and what they teach in occult world. Like it's difficult because it's a whole mix of stuff we're trying to learn, and we're also not in a laboratory, and he actually has his own laboratory where he does stuff.
Definitely, yeah.
But he's always like it frustrates him when people are like talking about alchemy, mental alchemy, and that's all they talk about, and it's all like Jungian mental alchemy, because he's like a lot of it's nonsense. It's just made up. It has really nothing to do with how the actual world works.
Yeah, there's thought experiments, and then there's in the lab experiments.
Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people have taken alchemy from a Jungian perspective and then just simplified it, totally forgotten the in a lab portion of it, and then they just start talking like nonsense. Like it's like you were saying, it's like the guru occult alchemy of it's like trying to alchemize your life and giving you life help advice where it's not representative of any actual alchemy at all.
I mean, I try and do some mental alchemy.
Well, I don't think there's a problem with doing that. It's just when when all you think you have to do is like do like a numerical decode, and then you understand, you read a couple ancient alchemist occult books, and because you're decoding the occult, now you're an alchemist, and you
Yeah,
don't
it's
do any
like,
actual, actual like work on yourself, or work to better yourself in the physical.
oh yeah, I mean, obviously, like I'll be super obvious. You know, you can read a book about how do I play tennis or something, and you could talk all day about tennis, but you've never actually gotten on a court and ran back and forth. And
Exactly.
I know that's like I'm being obvious, but that's the thing.
That's the thing, and that's what I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what I think it bothers him. It seems like, from the conversation I've had with him, because
Yeah.
it seems like a lot. I mean, that's what a lot of people seem to be about
And you
these
know what
days.
I like about him? I have a personal friend that I grew up with in real life, and he's an actual alchemist in real life.
Hmm.
Does the expect that's his he doesn't work a job, that's his thing, right?
Hmm.
And because I and he moved away. I'm in Georgia, he was in North Carolina. I'd go over his house and we'd hang, and it was a beautiful time. One time we knew snow was coming, and his girlfriend was like out of town or whatever, and I was like, dude, I'll come up and chill. So we had like a bro weekend of being snowed in and just broing down. You know what I mean? Just like, and he's super alchemist, where he's one of three people that I trust where they go, here, let me put this powder under your tongue. I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
never do that from a stranger. And I know, because he's an alchemist. Now, I say all that to say, one thing that I notice is he lacks the in the we talk in this kind of way, Chris, and you and I, and even out to our friends like a Gabriel or uh Emily Moyer, right?
Hmm.
Emily and Third Eye, and we talk in a certain way. He doesn't talk in that kind of way a lot. He's just mental with it. He's just by the numbers. But it's weird because he's also done a lot of psychedelics. So it's like, how do you? I feel like he's missing some of the heart. He can tell you all about the chakras. He could tell you all about the experiments of, you know,
You
he,
mean Ben, or your buddy?
my friend.
Oh,
My,
okay, okay.
but I feel like there's something missing. That little.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff. I mean, I feel like too, we all had to develop a secondary. I mean, literally, it's like I was called hobo language, like because we were all having to talk in code for so long when we were doing shows since 2020.
So let me give a quick example of what I was trying to say, Chris, because I don't know if and I'll wrap it up and we'll move on. What I was trying to say with my friend who I love, I know this guy. I know him because I can trust him. We've been together for a long time. When I say like that, I think about Third Eye Edify. He has a salt cave, and he'll do fork tuning, right? Bio tuning, right?
Hmm.
As a therapy session, as a healing session. I know that George does it from the technical side and also from the internal source side. Like he's doing it with love and intentionally, trying to rock with the frequency, not just by the book, only the mathematics,
Hmm.
all of it. So that's what I mean. And so my friend, I'm talking about my friend. Sorry, this is my personal stuff, but that's what I observe. And
Do
I
you,
think
is he
Ben,
just like not as spiritual, your buddy? Like, there's just
I think so, dude.
there's
I
really
think
like no background in the spiritual aspect of it. He's more the material side.
he I mean, we've gone interdimensional together. You know what I mean? So he has that capability, but when he's probably there's a percentage, there's a meter where it's What would you say? One side spiritual, or and the other side is only logic, like full
I get what you're saying. It's almost like the synchro mysticism, which is like more of a pattern right brain where you're weaving words that don't
yeah,
even like it's a language some people have no idea what the hell you're talking about if they've never participated in it.
yeah. And
And
I'm
it
not,
could
so my friend will do it by the books, maybe not by the feel. And I think Ben, from what I can see, he probably does it from all, which is great. I
yeah,
think
and Ben I know has a
does it from
background at
all.
least in like he has a his that's what we were talking about like the Nordic pantheon of gods and stuff like he has an occult knowledge like of different
Bro,
mystery religions and whatnot that he's studied where sometimes people have no idea what the hell you're talking about when you talk about those things.
and one thing, see, like I'll continue to talk about Ben now. I'll switch to Ben. Um, I don't know him well enough to perhaps see. I see the Norse mythology, and he and others probably see it as well. I'm not special in this way. It is prevalent in so many other pantheons, right?
Hmm.
Just by different names. And I know that's not some unique revelation, but I think he'd be cool with that discussion. And I think he's aware.
Oh yeah,
Other
that's part of the
people
reason
in
that
that,
the main reason I even brought him on I think was I
yeah,
was trying to remember which like which Orion what Orion was associated with and
yeah.
Osiris whether it was Odin or and then which one was I think Odin's supposed to be Christ too how they're
Oh,
related.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Odin, and again, if you look up the names, just Odin synonyms or whatever, you'll come up with so much other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I never want to challenge anyone, really, truly. I don't want to debate anyone, but I do like to. But I feel like he's cool with that. But I say all that because other cats I noticed, like let's say they're into the pagan Nordic stuff. If I was to say, you know what, that there's some Sufi um overlap here, and they may get, I don't know if they're going to receive that, even something like that. Well, it's like you're all or nothing, and whatever people may be into, it's like all or nothing, dude.
I
And that would
know.
vibe well with me. I feel like we've been lucky, Chris, in finding really cool people where they're not necessarily like that.
Yeah.
Too
Yeah.
much. Too,
And I definitely have a lot of respect for Ben with that. I think that's why they started doing that. That what's it called? The deliberating dog face dudes channel where they do actual debates with like even far leftists now.
it's like the
Uh,
it's like our version of the UFC.
yeah.
And they're the referees. The referees like, you two, you ready? You ready? Boom. And they referee it or whatever.
But I mean, just to even talk to some of the people they're willing to talk to, who I would like, they would drive me crazy talking to them, and they have to keep
Mm,
themselves civil with some of these guys, and
yeah.
I mean, it's a good way to discipline yourself, especially when if you want to make sure you can talk to people who have a different opinion, because some of these people have so far like absurd opinions that it's hard watching
Well,
them have to
yeah.
debate them.
And you give in that situation, and I wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall, like on there in that way, is to just let them talk. Let some people let them talk their way to their own demise, if you
Yeah,
will.
and I've seen they let the other groups hang themselves off, and
Yeah. And it'll be seemingly illogical,
yep.
or it doesn't fit. And if you were to try to alchemize it, it would blow up your whole lab because it just, yeah. But I don't have sympathy in that way. I would, it's weird. Do you have
See,
sympathy?
I feel like it's more so they do that for themselves. Like him, Alan, and Steve, who I think do it mostly. They do it for themselves to like keep themselves in a. It's almost like a meditation. I feel like for them to be able to, calmly, rationally debate even the most insane people who have horrible like they have no sense of even logic or
Hey,
reason.
Chris, I heard a great analogy. Well, I'm going to make the analogy, but I heard a recent podcast. This is like 2 weeks ago, and it stuck with me. And it wasn't even esoteric stuff. It was comedy stuff. And it was this one dude, he's skateboarder stuff. And he used to go roll with like Bam Margera. And he's from Baltimore. You know, he's a skater. He's from Baltimore, you know.
Mhm.
And he was talking about he was deep into drugs and all that, which I get, trust me. And he was like on rock bottom. And he called like a sponsor or something and was like, dude, can you pick me up? And he's in Baltimore, and his sponsor was like in Pennsylvania. He's like, sure. Picks him up, takes him back to his spot, and other people are around. And this dude is he's like, his shirt's ripped. He looks like a bum. He's like, can I borrow some clothes? And he told people like, yo, you can't, don't let people, like, basically let people hit their rock bottom and let them soak in it for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to.
And so that's real life. And then there's this logical where we're talking in ideas and people are stuck in their anchors of ideas, and and when they're that far gone, it's better to let them keep going because you're actually doing them a favor.
Even though most of them don't seem to learn from their
that's okay too. That's okay, bro. Can you give your own self psychosis in a way where you believe? Like, think about this, Chris. If you were 22 and you're starting a career in a job, and they go, do you want to donate money to your 401k, which you won't see until like 100 years from now? Would you be, in this current time, would you be down? And then people were like, you know what, Chris, you should max out your 401k. You're like, oh yeah. Would you really be into that? You'd be like, dude, there ain't no way I'm planning 20 years from now. From now on, here on out, if you think you're invested in 20 years from now in like a real solid way, good luck.
Yeah, I was never one to do anything like that, so I don't even know if I would.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Health insurance. They were like, in your 20s, you want to pay hundreds of dollars a month for health insurance? I'm like, no, bro, I will handle any injury. I'm like, whatever, I'll just walk it off. I'm 25 years old.
Yeah, I mean that I will say, until I was of a certain age, I was able to just be lucky enough and fortunate enough through my father's business to get, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, my health insurance is hollering at, I'd be like, George, I hurt myself. What should I do? And then he and his the Mesas will give me a subscription or whatever, and I'll go do that. They go, dude, take some. You got a tree outside? Like, yeah, I got this one tree. They're like, dude, that's a good tree. Take that bark. You know?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I wish that it's probably like if I didn't have it at one point when I got supposedly I was having something with my stomach back in college, the H. pylori bacteria, they say, that causes ulcers. If I didn't go, I probably would have been better off if I didn't have health insurance at that time, because that messed me up for a while.
Yeah, bro, they gave you medicine?
Gave me antibiotics. Bro, it was nonstop, like 3 months of antibiotics. It was horrible.
And you know the inversion, when they talk about too much acid or they talk about pH, and it's like the actual opposite. They go, you got too much acid. You'd be like, and it's funny, and a lot of it's parasites in the digestive system, man. I got books and I've experimented on my own body that way. You know, where I'm like, this works, this doesn't.
Yeah.
And you have a doctor that's gonna give you some type of medicine of some kind, and it's only going to keep you on. Yo, these medical people, what do they say? It's not well, big pharma. I'll just use the quote big pharma. Shout out trigger word, shout out shadow bands. I didn't have a code for that. I wasn't quick enough. But it was funny. I saw like a meme. It was like 100 years, a bajillion dollars, and these people have never cured one thing ever.
Literally.
So you put that on your stomach, bro. Imagine, Chris, you go to them and go, man, I'm just not feeling good about my life. I'm feeling down. I feel like a downer. They'd be like, sweet, take these pills and you'll be a downer for life, yo.
Yeah. No, and then I've had experiences with that when I was even younger, which thankfully I didn't continue doing anything like that or continue going. They'll try to put you on everything.
Dude, right? I was lucky, like lithium came out when I was growing up, and it was like a couple cats that took lithium.
Yeah, lithium's
they listened to
hardcore.
The Cure. And they were cool. These people were like also friends of mine, kind of, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they have black nail polish, they're dudes, they listen to The Cure, and they take lithium, right? And they're their own victim, they're their own woe me Picasso, right? And
yeah.
And I'm cool with these people, and I get it. And I might have been half of that type of person.
I mean, I was in a pop punk band, so I was around some emos, some hardcore emo goths.
Emo goths. But they weren't weak either. They were cool. You know what I mean? They've been through some things. How do you handle going through some things?
The dark artist personality.
Oh, bro, and they were into witchcraft. Oh my gosh, now it's starting to remind me of like lots of witchery was going on, and
so there was like more of them closer to black metal type personalities.
Maybe not black metal. It was more Cure, and
okay.
There probably was a douse of metal, because who doesn't have a little bit of metal in them? Yeah.
I know what you're saying there, Cure. Yeah.
But later, so that's all we had. ADHD didn't even exist, yo.
Yeah.
I had ADHD. And you go, what do you mean? It'd be like, you think I'm going to sit still forever? Are you crazy?
I mean, I couldn't keep a notebook, but I was a good student, so didn't.
Oh, I crushed.
So like no one would have ever diagnosed me, but.
No, but every kid has ADHD, yo.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like there's 100%, because you can't sit so that's that prison. And you all know this. I'm not saying anything you guys don't know. So like with the and I won't go with the school and all that dog whistling and Pavlovian impression.
I know.
It's military and it's okay. And we all know that. But dude, with your gut, and that's so important. I'm working on my gut now. I'm working on my gut every day since I realized a gut was something I needed to focus on. And I've been working on it for like 15 years.
Wait, that's why I haven't drank since freshman year of college. So I haven't drank any alcohol. I stopped drinking. And not that I ever really drank a lot to begin with. It was just after that, I would be in a lot of pain. Whenever I would drink, even if I had more than 2 drinks, I'd be like dying the next day, and that never had happened prior, but ever since. So then I was just like, well, why the hell would I drink then?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was a time when I and my friends, we'd walk into an establishment, and I was like, we need 2 beers in our bodies as fast as possible so that we're not so feeling anxiety or awkward.
Yeah.
We need to get into charisma mode now. So we would down the first beer fast, sip the second beer. Now, there is a time you're on the clock now. 2 beers makes everyone feel comfortable, but not obnoxious and not overbearing and not a close talker, right? But the third, each adult beverage leads towards more closer talking, more there's a line of obnoxious and charisma, and you start but 2 beers is I think a good plenty to get out of your own head sometimes.
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna, that's all you really need. But at this point, I mean, I haven't even had a sip
But it's
since.
bad for your gut. None of that's good.
It's after everything I went through with all that with my stomach and the feeling how alcohol would then affect me. I'm convinced alcohol is like the worst thing for your body. It's like worse than a lot of other drugs, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I think also give stuff a try sometimes. I'm not saying drink. Alcohol is horrible. All drugs are horrible.
And I'm not saying totally don't do anything your whole life, but I think after you try a few things, to me at least, alcohol is the worst. It's the worst.
Agreed.
It's like just drinking a poison.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do anything for me. But maybe it used to. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. But even weed never did anything for me though. I'm not big into certain, especially downers. I don't like them. I like to be able to have my wits about me.
Oh, what about mushies?
Oh no, I've taken them before though. I've used some microdose and whatnot. And then
have you gone, dude?
I haven't taken enough to crazy hero's journey yet, but I've taken enough to where I've like a higher dose than microdose, like a normal dose. But I didn't like nothing too crazy happened. I felt really good and like there was a feeling of no pain and no fear.
I think 4.5 is a good amount of a hero's journey. In also, you're still you have some semblance to this realm. You're not just going to sail away.
Yeah.
You'll hit the open seas, but like 4.5 is a good amount. Now a hero's journey is like 7.
Yeah, I definitely didn't do that.
Or if we're talking paper, is it necessary? No, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's like a requirement.
Yeah, like once I got what I thought I needed out of it, I just stopped the microdosing and even the semi-larger doses I'd take every once in a while. I just stopped doing it. There was no need for it anymore. I haven't had the desire to.
Yeah, so how did we get here?
We were talking about how
the healers are trying to kill you, so don't deal with
healers. Deal basically with the real healers. And now they're going to start coming out with the pharmaceutically created psychedelics and whatnot. So,
that sounds not
they're already doing it with the weed, and I'm sure people have arguments for and against medical grade marijuana you could buy at a store or a dispensary, but I definitely feel like there's something different. It seems like, at least from the way my friends who use it are now versus how they used to be.
As long as they're not putting poison on it, dude. If it's just
potent, well, it just seems like ever since it's been legalized, the people I know who buy it at dispensaries are just kind of dulled out.
True.
And I don't know what that, like, they're not sharp. They're not open-minded anymore even. So I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of conspiracy YouTube videos on this sort of stuff.
I mean, if you're just, I guess if you, man, there's weird. There are some people out there that get really weird about the cannabis products, and it's like, I guess they just want to be high all day, all the time.
But dude, one of the biggest people I know who's like my buddy's brother, who like probably smokes the most out of anyone I've ever met, but is the most compliant
Oh, see,
person,
that's a strange
is
paradox.
like on probably I'm sure on his multiple boosters.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like I don't understand what's going on.
What a strange paradox, man. They're not
Yeah.
doing. They're the same people that do psychedelics, like let's party, and I'm not. It's not wrong necessarily, but for me, I'm like, I'm about to learn. I'm about to enter in. I respect what's happening right now. This is going to be a journey.
Hmm.
Um, when you blaze, it's really a life of gratitude. If I'm being honest, whether you're eating a bagel in the morning or something, or you're blazing, you're putting something in the wind, it is gratitude always. And I feel like the cats you're describing, and I know the type because there are types. I know we're all individual special beings, whatevs.
And with
But
also before you're saying, I know that there's got guys that we talk to all the time in our groups and people who are come onto our channels and that we talk to that smoke all the time and they're totally fine, totally normal. So it's not everyone.
yeah, I'm only talking about, yeah, I'm talking, but I know I know the type that takes it for granted and uses it in a very controlling way.
Hmm. Hmm.
And there is a paradox of complying to to in the most it sounds, yeah, I get it, man. Dude, that's funny, like a lot of my friends too, man, and they're like successful people, and they blaze and stuff, but they will comply till there's no further complying to do, man. It is weird.
Well, they'll comply, and I found when things get rough, they'll take the whatever handouts that they can get, no matter what. Like they want, they'd rather that. Like
Mm,
they'd actually rather live in like a communist type of situation. Most
that's
of these people
crazy,
are like,
man.
fine,
Not
yeah.
me, man. I'm
Which I
always trying to
mean,
come up,
I'm
dude.
like, you probably wouldn't be getting your weed anymore if that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
That change. You'd be down working at the factory probably.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to battle what they're trying to invest their energy into, man. They're just hoping. That's another hope thing. Instead of something whisking you away, it's the government's gonna give me a potato every other day or
Well,
whatever. You
you
know?
got like the ones who want daddy government and then mommy government, and then I feel like it's like one is like
Heck no,
the
yo.
AI tech
And who's the government,
version.
yo? These people are, yeah, no rulers. No, you are no arcing over me. I won't speak for you guys, but for me, nah, dude. So I'm always trying to expand and expand the land that I'm on so I can grow my own food and make my own energy, you
Hmm.
know? And if times get rough, depend on either myself or my friends and my family, or cats depend on me, not the government. In the
Exactly.
government, if y'all don't know, and this is nothing new, nothing changed, this has always been the government, plural, trying to kill you, yo. Like, how else do I gotta put this? Is as plain as I could put it. They are in the end, if you boil it down, they're trying to kill you, man. So they want to do a holodomer. No, I'll eat my own food. They want to try to poison me. I mean, I'll do the best I can to avoid the poisons and detox as much as possible. Whatever, try. But otherwise, and then tell me what to do, where to go, what I can't do. You owe me this, bro. I don't owe taxes. Y'all don't know this.
That's the thing, right? They want to even control you. That's the main problem, and it's like people don't care, and they don't care because they half the stuff they don't have to deal with until it's, and then when they do, it's like at that point it's too late. It's like
Bro,
you
you know
don't
how many
care that
times,
you need
Chris?
like a lien to like build like a friggin' build
Yeah.
a little porch on your house.
Oh no, yo, there's no permit, no zone permit, no permissions. I'm building something and I'm tearing it down. I'll build it again. Uh Oops. Oh, I just spilled water. Oh, I just knocked over my water cup. Um what was I gonna say? Yeah, for those that don't know, like for the longest time, the Ronin experience has been low key a money laundering channel. You don't owe nobody nothing on your income or nothing. That's a whole nother story. But low key, we don't talk about it here. This is that. I'll put it that way. Oh, I need a little towel. I need to get a hand towel real quick. I spilled water all over the floor. Oh.
Go grab it. Who we got in the chat? Who's with us? Who is with us?
On my computer.
Is Third Eye still with us?
Oh, maybe, man. He has a clan to train.
Yeah, everyone's got little ones now.
Bro, do you think would you listen to this? Would you listen to this show if you were not on the show?
Most of the time, I think so.
I think this is fun.
Yeah, I have a good time. So I think I would. It's hard for me to be it's hard for me to be subjective with objective with myself because I don't ever like listening to my own voice.
You know, I know there's people out there they do content and stuff. I just want I don't know. I just like to be somewhat fun and special and enjoying to be listened to. We can do whatever we want, Chris. Like we can create whatever we want. We can do like.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
What was I going to bring up today too? Well, there was something else I had, but before we go too far crazy off,
yeah.
where do you want to keep going on the Sioux? And on that book you pulled up?
Do you have something, bro? I think I closed everything out.
Let me see.
See what I have.
And I sent you that. I don't know if that Six Nations thing's gonna be anything. I feel like you covered that book at some point. You had to have.
I downloaded it.
Cause it's by David Q. Was it Cusick? I feel like that's a name I've seen. And it's about kind of how like the Americas were like the original location, like we're always talking about. But actually, one thing that
okay, I do have it right here.
Yeah. And one thing I think that was interesting, I saw he was calling giants Ronin.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which I was like, oh, what? I had not heard that before, but they were actually not the.
No, me neither.
But they weren't the good guys in the story, so that doesn't. I think they were killing some of the Indian tribes in this retelling.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that. I mean, I just found this thing.
Okay. I did give it a glance. I definitely want to dig more into this. I don't have this until now. I mean, I have it now.
I might be able to read it. Let me see what there might be a page or two it could read because I was reading some of it and it was super. It was like an easy read, some of it, and it was talking about very. It sounded almost like supernatural gods coming down type of mythological stories that I hadn't heard versions of. So even if it wasn't something we agreed with, it'd be still funny to make fun of it if we didn't like it.
1948, yeah.
Let me see if there's like a chapter that's like.
We're gonna get to the 1825, June 10th, 1825. Now I was looking at the pictures, so it's tough. Some of these pictures, I saw some earlier.
Because they're
I'll speak
sideways
on
too, like
earlier,
that.
or I'll speak on later, I should say.
Those are stone giants, apparently. I don't know what the heck that means.
Oh yeah, look at these guys.
Or stonish giants. Stonish.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm like, is that something to do with astonish, or like, or is it just literally something with stone? I have no idea.
I read some of this earlier. Dude, there's one picture I want to share because I was just looking at the pictures and stuff. It has, an old world Tatarian building in the background.
There's an old American map too, I think.
Mm.
Like, because it's basically, I think this is like this. There were 6 tribes that were originally in North America that were destroyed around 1300. Is like kind of the premise.
Mm. What happened?
Did the book get cut off?
Well, yeah, this isn't every page. This is through 48.
Here, let me send you the link from what's it called? The Six Nations, David Q.
I want to read this. I thought I downloaded it.
There's where's that? Project Gutenberg should have the whole book. Let me see. Here we go. I got it.
This one.
I'll send you this on Telegram. Or no, I'll send you in the. Do you want me to send it in private chat or on Telegram?
Yeah, private chat's good.
Okay.
Bro.
See if that works.
All right, I see it.
And actually, they put the pictures horizontally so people can actually see them.
Okay. Give me a second.
We should just read it from part 1. Might as well start reading it.
Oh, this is the same book. Yeah.
Yeah, just better format, and this should be the full version of it. So if it ends where it ends, then it's not that long of a book. So maybe it's only a 45-page book, which is interesting. That makes me happy.
I want to make it. Can people see it?
Let me see.
The words?
Yeah, no, I could see it.
Who's that weird dude?
This flying head.
Bro, the flying head situation?
The flying head, yeah. I don't know what's going on here with this.
I've never heard of well, I don't even know.
I mean, maybe it could be like a meteor situation, like we're already dealing with, who knows, so many meteor stories. But
bro, I don't want to deal with those weirdo. If I see someone like that, man.
Here, let's see what this is. The possession of the great monster. So what is that?
Yeah, read it.
All right. Among the ancients, there were 2 worlds in existence. The lower world was in a great darkness, the possession of the great monster, but the upper world was inhabited by mankind, and there was a woman conceived and would have the twin born. All right, so I know that the tenses are going to be a little weird in this because he's not a native English speaker, this guy. That's what the only thing I picked up before finding the book.
Chris, can you do us all a favor?
Mm-hmm.
And can you read this in a British accent?
Yeah, I could try.
Please do. Please.
All right. When I try, I can't do it.
And use a high end. Don't use.
I need I need to hear it. I need an example so I can get it in my head.
Oh man.
I mean, because I'll start going all over the place.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna find something for you. What is well, not like Monty Python.
Hello there. Oh, when I travel, nope. That's like, see, I start getting Australian. I could go Australian maybe. Or retarded Australian.
It does sound Australian. Hold on, let me hear. Yeah, here we go. Watch it. Hold on.
Let me listen.
All right, here we go. Do you want to hear an example?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can't do both at the same time, so I gotta do this.
It's okay.
This is just an example to get into the flow.
Good evening. Go back to your own country. What the fuck did you just say?
Now listen, I don't know about you, but I'm very much in the mood for some sexual intercourse. Simon's HQ is this fantastic nightclub called the Sassy Cat Club in Manhattan.
What the fuck have you got in your hand? Put that down. That's a thank you, dickhead. Look at the pictures on the glass. It's the G.
How does that sound? Look at the pictures on the glass.
Okay. We'll try it. I have no idea, but it's a lot of pressure. But we'll try it.
No pressure, dude. No pressure. I feel like I have a good
Laszlo.
I feel that's a good
Why don't you start it and then I'll come in?
Okay, I'll try. Gosh, I'm not good either. I'm good by myself.
It depends when you catch me. If you can catch me at a time and I'll be perfect, and then other times I'll be like the worst thing you've ever heard in your life.
Okay.
All right. Let's hear your. I could always go Southern. That's easier.
I'm thinking documentary. I'm thinking like 1970s, some British documentary.
Like in the Outback or something. Or not Outback, but
yeah, National Geographics and stuff. Among
It's okay. You got it.
Among the ancients, there were they pronounce words different, right?
Yeah. Like aluminum is
Aluminium or whatever.
Yeah,
oregano. Oregano is oregano.
Mm-hmm.
And like basil. Yeah. Among the ancients, there were two worlds in existence. Where's my British? I don't have.
I don't know what you're like. You're not Laszlo. You're like the other one, Eastern European almost.
Oh man, Borat. Am I doing Borat?
The other guy on Shadows, the big one.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh, why don't I?
Hello world. He goes. Where is he from? He's from like Iran. He's like almost Iranian.
He's like an Iranian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the guy that fought the Spartans at 300. But
yeah.
All right, I can't do this. Chris, can you do a British accent?
The lower world was in great darkness.
I love it.
The possession of the great monster. But the upper world was inhabited by mankind. And there was a woman conceived, and would have the twin born. When her travail drew near, and her situation seemed to produce a great distress in her mind, and she was induced by some of her relations to lay herself on a mattress, which was prepared so as to gain refreshments to her wearied body. But while she was asleep, the very place sunk down towards the dark world. The monsters of the great water were alarmed at her appearance of descending to the lower world. In consequence, all of the species of creatures were immediately collected into where it was expected she would fall. When monsters were assembled, and they made consultation, one of them was appointed in haste to search the great deep in order to procure some earth, if it could be obtained. Accordingly, the monster descends, which succeeds and returns to the place. Another requisition was presented. Who would be capable to secure the woman from the terrors of the great water? But none was able to comply except a large turtle, which came forward and made a proposal to endure her lasting weight, which was accepted. All right, let's pause right there, because I have no idea what's going on here. This is like what?
Awesome. That was awesome. Dude, but British, bro.
But I got no idea what the hell I'm talking about, because the story I thought was going to be more literal, and they're telling me a fairy tale here about some big woman.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Thank you.
That
I
was
really
so British, bro.
maybe we should go to the next chapter.
Bro,
This-
I got Constantine vibes. You sounded like Constantine to me.
Oh yeah, that word's definitely not coming out in British, whatever that is.
Hmm.
Enigorio almost looks like egregore, doesn't it?
This is what book is this about? I even forgot what this is about.
So we got a turtle coming down of the Great Island. It almost reminds me of Turtle Island a little bit, which is I think where they made like isn't that where the banking system was set up, or is that that's Jekyll Island? What's Turtle Island? Turtle Island's a whole nother conspiracy, isn't it?
Like that sounds like some Jesuit. Turtle Island is
I think it's also part of like the Stephen King story where like there's this intergalactic or interdimensional turtle that's a demon, but I have no idea if they're talking about some sort of.
You ride on the back of a turtle right now. You're on the back of a turtle right now.
So that's what this seems like it's talking about, but with a woman.
True.
A woman who's too large and is very large, and I'm wondering if this is like the mother goddess or like Earth. I don't know. Keep going down. Let's keep going until we get past the story. We could
We get like a table of contents, but I guess not. Part 2.
the real account. All right. Wait, let's read a little bit of this before we start it. A few persons were saved.
Creation theory or story?
So this is still like
After a time, some of the people become giants. Committed.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you read this. You start this one.
Ia Guiwa Kana people encamped on the bank of a majestic stream and was named Kanawahe. That's all I'm gonna say. Kanawahe. Now St. Louis. This is in America, dude.
Yeah, that's why I sent it, because I knew it was all an American like origin story.
Well, there's a lot of these folklores that originate in America. A lot of these like stories and Disney shit. Ronin, there you go, Ronin right here. This is my town right here.
That's what I wanted to get to that too.
Wetuwania.
Can't try.
Yakatangwatia. I'm basically Indian, folks. I'm basically a chieftain, y'all. Essentially.
Under the fate of blah, 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 before fake Columbus discovered America. Fake Columbus. Mischievous person named Shoddy.
Shoddy.
I like how this mischievous guy is his name's Shoddy.
Yeah, dude. Don't trust your prison mate. If you're in a cell with a guy named Shoddy, you sleep with one eye open. That's all I'm gonna say.
And while visiting people, he first distinguished himself of a good character. So he was a confidence man. Or a con man.
Steal your girl, dog.
What?
He'll steal your girl.
Yeah, exactly. Because he actually, look what he did. He violated 6 virgins.
Yo.
Assassinated 2 warriors. That's what happens.
Oh, gang. You gotta be careful, man.
He actually tried to bring the whole nation down, it seems.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, this is
I wonder if they're at the end of this is where they put their index, like.
This is a lot. This is a good story. I'll have to come back and read this. They're still talking Columbus, like his name's Columbus.
Oh, there's a golden city.
Here we go.
Perhaps about 2,200 years before. Wait, 2,200 or so 22. Yeah, 2,200 years before Columbus discovered the America. The northern nations appointed a prince.
Here we go.
And immediately repaired to the south and visited the great emperor who resided at the Golden City, a capital of the vast empire. And they're saying this is to penetrate Lake Erie. Lake
I
Erie.
feel like we're reading Lord of the Rings, bro. You can make money, brother. Reading people's Audible books, bro. You read them as you sound like a rogue. You know what I mean? You sound like you sound like Robin Hood, man. You're like a rogue or a bard. You're like a bard.
Like a bard.
You're a bard, man. And bards ain't nothing to play with, man. Bards know everything.
You know, it's interesting too. They're saying this is like all around the Great Lakes.
Yeah. The Great Lakes used to be not lakes. They used to be like one river. Like throughway.
Okay.
And y'all don't even Ani Anion. The Anion crossing above Canada was a thing. So you don't need to go to get from one ocean to the other, you don't have to go underneath South America. You could have taken Anion's Pass. What the heck was the name of that, yo? Was it Anion Crossing or Anion Pass? And I have to put Canada just so it doesn't. They AstroTurf Straits of Anion. All right, hold on. Let me share. The Straits of Anion in reference to what we were just talking about a second ago.
They got Unidas in here too.
So the Straits of Anion is what I was looking for.
Let me see.
The Northwest Passage, myth or reality. So it's a beautiful rabbit hole to go down. And
can you blow up the one picture?
I wanted to see the map too.
Yeah, the one map. That's what I mean.
Hold on, I'll grab that map, dude. This is I'm sharing because I hit other tabs. Yeah, so let me hit this. All right. Yeah, Anion's. This is Wikipedia, so take it for what you want. But basically, where are we? This map did not help me at all. Okay, here we go. So, Queen Calafia, right here. It's California, right? Florida, right? Mar de Nord, and also Ethiopian Sea down here. These lakes were all connected, right? So the people that put dams up, they put a dam and it blocked this waterway. So they made, California part of the mainland.
Mm-hmm.
They made lakes here, right? You could take the Mississippi up into the lakes and then back around, right? And take the jet stream back around. You could have this circular commerce situation going on. You don't have to go all the way underneath South America to go over here. And of course, if you look at the Arctic, if you're inside the arc, and don't forget the tick is a suffix. If you're inside the arc, you can get from here to, Iberia or Siberia or whatever, like real fast. So like if you're flying from Los Angeles, it's probably like right here, and you're going to like Tokyo or something, you're going to not go this way. You're going to go this way. And you'll hit Tokyo because this is all.
Okay.
But as far as shipping is concerned, you have this going on.
Interesting. See, they actually start talking about, I guess it looks like at least the Great Lakes going to the Hudson. So that would be at least halfway. Yeah.
I need to like buy this map or something. I need to but yeah. So you have the Great Lakes here. those were dammed up. They used to go flow, and you have Niagara Falls. Bro, you could take the Susquehanna. Now that I think about it, forget the Mississippi. You could take the Susquehanna all the way up to Niagara Falls. Now the flow is going against you, but or maybe you go up the Mississippi and take it down. I don't know. Or, you know what I mean? But these lakes were not lakes. These were thoroughfares. These were waterways.
Well,
They dammed it up. California was an island.
Yeah.
Previous maps, and that's why you have the salt lakes and all that stuff. Because yes, it was underwater. So this was actually an island. They put a dam. They dam all this up. The TVA, like from the TV show Loki, the TVA, the Tennessee Valley Associate or whatever they're called, agency or whatever, put all these dams here. That's where you get that movie Deliverance. And then they put a dam and cover up the whole town. This is all covering up of time and history. This is all covering up of who you are. This is where you get your Blavatskys and J suits and who insert whoever.
So it's
a whole daggone new past.
So what's interesting, what they're getting into looks like in this book that we were just in is that I guess at some point some god or goddess, whatever the hell they're calling it, comes down and makes these tribes who all spoke the same language separate, and they all start speaking different languages, and they're like, one is sent to, it looks like North Carolina, which you were talking about earlier. One is sent to the Hudson. Like they're sent literally all across the country. And I'm wondering if like the river system, I wonder if it's basically following like this river system that you're talking about being, and that's how it starts getting cut off from each other, so they can't communicate as easily.
Yeah, it's realm wide.
Yeah, let me see. This is the
and limiting your travel for sure.
Let me see what it says. I'll read it here.
Literally cutting off the flow.
So it says 6 families had entered into a resolution to preserve the chain of alliance, which should not be extinguished. The company advanced some distance up the river Shawnatawati Hudson. The holder of the heavens directs the first family to make their residence near the bank of the river, which was named Tiwagora. I have no idea what that means. The company then towards the sun setting and traveled about 2.5 days to a creek which was named Conatura, the Pineries. The Pineries, I think, becomes the Hudson. Now Big Tree One-Itis. One-Itis was a god, I thought, though. The third family, residence in Onondaga. See, I don't know where any of these places would be now, but they're saying there was a mountain there. The fourth family, Goyogo, the mountain rising from the water. Cayuga, the family was named Shoni. Yeah, this, you really need to know. Like, we need like translations of translations to know what this guy's talking about. And then the fifth family is Seneca. And sixth family is North Carolina. So that's where they were. It's basically a Tower of Babel story. Like they're divided.
If you look up there's a mountain in Canada in northeast. It's literally an island. It's surrounded by water. It is called like Mount Babel or something.
Ah.
Babel. And it's literally on like Google Earth or whatever you call it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Stonish Giants.
Here we go. I see it on the map. Give me 1 second. Knocked out the power. All right. So let me just share. So like Mount Babel, again, things are not as you've been told, yo. So Mount Babel is literally, that's what it's called. I just got lucky with that name. It's an island surrounded by water like this.
What? That looks like almost the Black Rock on that one map.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. So if you want to know, come on, it's not in focus. Let me just put up Mount Babel, but take me to a map, yo. Like
Is that your dog banging?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just
Her.
making sure.
You good? Yeah, see how it's surrounded by water like that?
Yeah. That looks exactly like that that one map
Trying
that
to zoom out. Bro, you gotta look at Google Maps, man.
Can we get a 3D view? Are there any pictures up there?
Let me just go to Google. I don't like Google, but you know, maps. Okay. Mount Babel. Let's Google Maps.
What?
You see where you're at?
Yeah. Let's can we get does anyone have pictures there? Like that you can click on?
Let's see.
Or are they gonna block us off from seeing
Also,
it?
don't forget the Acadian is down there too. The Acadians are from here too. Acadians with a C. You go, no, Acadians are spelled with a K. It's like, well, just guys. So I don't know if there's any pics. This is pretty far up there. Let me see if I can do like images. Oh, there's a black, there's a black, see this black thing? It's like a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
This is, see how all these pictures kind of hit it? The Tower of Babel near Moraine Lake. Like, they're supposedly, it's not just by a cute name, this big old peak is Mount Babel. This is what's known as Mount Babel right here. And if you go, well, when was it called Mount Babel? You'll find that it's always been called Mount Babel for like a super long time. Dude, this is just for fun. Let me just look at this for fun. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying. But yeah, look it up yourselves. No.
Yeah, that looks exactly like that. I guess it's a Black Stone Mountain, right? And that one old map that everyone always. I used to have it. I don't have it anymore, but I think it was.
And read up on it, folks. Like read up on it. Read up on when it was. What's it made of, and why does it look like this, and when was it called Mount Babel? You know, and who called it that, and what does that mean, right? And then add that up to all the other stuff in that area, all the naming conventions in that area, and then you can start to put together your own picture on what the past really was about, and where, and how, and when, for yourself. You know, this is not just some goofy name, a coincidence, whatever. You know what I mean? This is, look into it. And you go, well, the Tower of Babel, these ancient stories I've heard in these scripts. Yeah. Huh. It's like hearing about Israel experiencing like earthquakes or volcanoes. It's like, hey, your current Israel doesn't experience earthquakes like ever, or volcanoes like ever. Okay? All your Babylonians and Sumerians and Akkadians and Babels and Babylonians and all that stuff. Where do you think it really is at? And you'll know where it's really at if you open your mind and look into some other things. Basic ass shit like this. This is Google. You know what I mean? This ain't a deep dive. This is me. This is just Google Maps. You know what I'm saying?
People don't want to look, man.
Say, you know what I mean?
People don't want to look.
And I guess you could do the Earth one where it shows the terrain.
Let me
Look,
see
it
if
won't even let me zap out. I'm surprised they haven't deleted that from Google by now.
Well, Google loves Babel. That's their name of their whole book, digitized book company now is Babel.
True.
Which is insane. Set up by, I think, the Haiti Trust. Let's see. We got a stock images. Come on. Come on, let me get something. Babel.
Well, I don't know. I think we should get out of here, man.
You think?
It's 11 o'clock, dude.
Oh, we did 2 hours. No, you're right. Yeah.
And we're out here just rambling anyway.
I know. We'll have to come back to Babel.
We got to babble. We've been babbling about Babel. Yeah, y'all do your homework and then come back and see what happens. I don't know.
Exactly.
I definitely don't know. I'll tell you that. The more I learn, the more I know I don't know, yo.
I'm with you, brother. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
Appreciate you, dude. That was a good time.
Appreciate you. No music tonight. We're just gonna get out of here.
Just gonna bounce.
She's gonna bounce. Chris, did we do okay?
We crushed.
Nice.
We crushed.
Always.
People will bounce around, find what they like. And I'll work on the British so I could do that more when I'm reading for everyone.
Oh, dude, I felt like I was listening to like a pirate or a captain, an admiral. No, that accent was on. Constantine. I feel like I was listening to Constantine.
I mean, that's a biggest compliment I could ever receive right there, and I appreciate it.
You're awesome, brother. You're powerful. Let's get out of here.
You too, man. You too, brother. We'll talk.
Share it.
We'll talk later on.
Let me do the business side. Share it, guys. Share. Did we bring you value, everyone? Did we? If we brought you value, then please respond back with a like and perhaps a sub, or maybe even notifications. Does that do well, everyone? Thank you.
Show some love.
So much love, and we're out here. I hate saying goodbye. I suck at it.
I know. Me too. Appreciate you, brother. We'll talk later.
All right, later. Bye.